What's going on, guys? Chris here from Adamantium Productions, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial. I'm going to be showing you guys how to take professional photos with your iPhone. It's a beautiful day outside, so it's perfect to test that. But first I gotta make a stop by this store that's selling masks, because you need masks now, and it's not really comfortable walking around without one, especially when you get into crowded areas. So let's take a stop.
Alors essayez, ce sera pas possible sauf si vous le prenez directement, mais devant, vous pouvez le mettre devant si vous voulez pour...
Oh, how do I look now? Can you guys hear me? Oh my god. That was such a nice lady. She was like, yo, I see you have a camera. We're just starting this business to sell these cool masks. And she's like, if you want, like, she said, give me your Instagram and I will see if we need any filmmakers or photographers and stuff. Because we're trying to find people to promote our business. This is really cool. It's a pretty cool ass mask. Yo, can you guys hear me though? I gotta speak up. But let's get back to these pictures. I'm gonna be looking for like an alleyway or a place where I can make this video without like too many people walking by, because it's so nice out and it's so crowded. Oh my god. Alright guys, starting now. This is gonna be the YouTube grind. The weather's becoming nice, as I've always wanted it to be here in Paris. And I have so many ideas I want to just make and create for you guys. This is gonna be the YouTube grind, alright? Starting today, or whenever I upload this video. I wish I could film it here, but the locals don't want it. Definitely one of the prettiest roads here in Paris. Ugh, one day I'll be able to film here. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna break this down into three major keys and major things I look at in order to get really good quality pictures on your phone. First one, and it's pretty simple, but it's very important and probably the most important, and that is lighting. The more light you allow to give to your sensor, in this case your phone sensor, is the better the quality of the picture is going to be. Once not enough light is able to hit the sensor of your phone, it's going to start introducing noise and just reduce the overall quality of the picture. So first things is lighting. Second thing, and that's something that's extremely important, is the angle. I find the most rookie looking shots from an iPhone come when the person is just standing perfectly straight and just taking the picture like they were taking a snap of something. It's just really basic and it just screams rookie, it screams poor quality shot. And the last thing is just this little trick that I'll show you when it comes to exposing your images that I'm surprised not many people actually know about, and will allow you to get more professional looking photographs. Now the best part about all of this is that I'm going to show you how to, oh my god, it's so loud. The best part about this is I'm going to show you how to do this with the built-in iPhone app. We're not going to have to buy any apps. I see people make tutorials on how to get better shots with their iPhone, but then they have you buy this €5 app to take pictures. Like, seriously? No. I'm going to show you the basics with your simple iPhone straight from the Apple camera app. Let's get it. Now the first thing I'm going to show you is going to be a simple shot with the iPhone. Because it's a really bright day outside, any picture you will take, it will look good in terms of its lighting. That's just because a lot of light is getting to the sensor, so the camera doesn't have to do anything to enhance the image or to make the light balanced in the image. Because when you force the camera to light the image itself, it will raise the ISO, which will introduce noise and just make the overall image quality really poor. And the advantage of shooting in really bright situations is that the camera will raise its shutter speed. And the shutter speed is basically how fast the picture is actually taken. And the faster the shutter speed is, the less motion blur and the sharper your image will look. Alright, I have the screen recording on. Let me just show you an example. Here's a picture of my camera right now. As you can see, it is really beautiful. It's really sharp and it has a really shallow depth of field. All I need to do is now snap a picture and god, this lady really went right behind where I'm gonna take a picture, whatever. Okay, anyways, so you see it, beautiful, snap the shot, and as you can see, that is an extremely sharp and beautiful image just because we gave the camera enough light. And really, this is the biggest and simplest trick to make your photos look better, is lighting. And one cool thing about the lighting in these cameras in our smartphones that professional cameras like these can't do, it can artificially create a lot of dynamic range. And dynamic range is basically the camera's ability to see the brightest part of the images with the darkest part of the images, kind of over here. With higher dynamic ranges, the brighter part of the images and the darker part of the images still look balanced. To give you an example, you know when you're exposing a shot, when you're taking pictures inside your house and you tap, let's say, the window to make the window exposed, right, and then everything in your room turns dark, that's because there's not enough dynamic range to see the darkest parts and the brightest parts. I hope you understand what I'm saying. But long story short, the iPhones and what a lot of smartphones are now able to do is take two pictures and expose one for the brightest part, so make sure it looks good with the brightest part as with the dark parts, and then combine them together so you have a really high dynamic range picture. That's what HDR means. And if you have an iPhone, I recommend you go into your settings immediately and just turn HDR on, because that will save you in so many situations like this when it's really bright out and you want to take really cinematic or really professional photos. Alright, next thing. The next thing that's extremely important are the angles and how you compose the shot. This is where I see most people take really rookie and really amateur looking shots. It's just that typical, you know, they stand and they take a picture like this. When I ask my friends to take a picture of me and they take my phone or my camera and just stand normally and take the picture like this, I already know the picture's gonna look extremely basic and it's gonna be like, just typical, you know, touristic looking shot. Two things that I really recommend when you're trying to take pictures is try to get your camera close to subjects. Now I'm going to show you what I mean here. I'm going to start my screen recording. To show you an example of what I mean, here is my camera, and you see as I'm showing you the screen recording, this is what it looks like. Let's say I want to take a picture of this fence. Alright, so instead of taking the picture just like this, just pretty basic, what I'm going to want to do is go next to the fence, probably tilt it up a little bit, and take a picture like that. And as you see from the two kinds of pictures, one provides depth with the leading lines. Oh my god. One shows a lot of depth with the leading lines of the fence, kind of guiding your eyes across the image, while the other one just kind of shows you the fence. Now, neither of the pictures look bad, it's just this one shows a little bit more story, just makes it a little bit more dynamic as a picture. Now the next thing I'm going to show you guys is the tap to expose. Now this is something that people do, but there's this little feature that I'm not sure everyone takes advantage of when they're taking pictures that really allows you to customize the look of your image. Okay, so let's say I want to take a more cinematic, a more professional looking picture. And let's say I want to take a picture of my camera right here. But instead of just tapping to expose for it and shooting a picture like that, what you can do is tap the picture and then swipe down on the screen, which allows you to darken the image or brighten the image to look in any way you want. Now, obviously when you tap it, it's going to get the most balanced exposure. But in certain situations, it may be good to darken the image a little bit to create a little bit more professional, a little bit more custom look. For example, I have the camera right here, and instead of taking it like this, what I can do is bring it down and take a shot like this. Now it is more artistic, it is less universal in terms of its use, but there will be moments where using that more custom looking image, that more contrasty, darker image can make it look better and make it look more professional and look less standard. Because everyone has iPhones, a lot of people's images are starting to look the same, and when you're able to make your images separate from other people's, that's when I consider you have broken through as a photographer. And mobile photography is definitely one of the higher end photographies that I recommend. French people are so sweet. Now that I've shown you guys what to do, I want to take some pictures of myself because, you know, I don't have any photographers here. My girlfriend's not here. A lot of my friends went back to the US because of this quarantine situation, and I just want to take pictures, so let's take some freaking pictures. Alright, so I'm back home. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. Hope you learned something from this video, and if you did, please leave it down below. Leave a comment saying what you thought, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.